Hi, Jacob. Welcome back. Yes, none of my controversial videos will upload, but my frou-frou videos about my dog and my flowers, they upload right up. But my controversial videos and my Black Lives Matter videos get blocked from upload. How about that for censorship? How about that for censorship? Welcome back, Boondock. Welcome back, Pamela Roberts. Well, hello, Vicky Stark. Hi, Mickey T. See? What do you mean, wow, what's going on? What do you mean, wow, what's... Oh, with Clapper, they're censoring me. Or what's going on with what? This is my series called Ask Butterhag Anything. Hi, Lisa Johnson. Welcome back, Vinyl Vault. Yes, I can see your comments, Jacob Wade. I said hello to you when you came in. I can see your comments. Hello, Lisa Johnson. My left hand, it keeps itching, and that means you're going to lose money. My left hand is itching. My right hand used to itch all the time. My left hand itches now. Huge question. Okay, hi, Don Marshall. Welcome back. What's the huge question? Okay, ask away. Oh my gosh, you ate a whole bag of Tootsie Rolls. I would die for a freaking Tootsie Roll right now. I would die for a Tootsie Roll right now. I don't have any goodies. No goodies. I could make. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Oh, I could make my fudge, my icing shit with real whipped topping. I don't feel like doing that though, so I'll drink some water instead. Water is good for me. No, I have not considered mentoring people with their builds. I can't. I am. Do you really, Vinyl Vault? You have to send me some then. Make me some and send it, please. I didn't do shit. I ate a bunch of tincture. You missed me this morning, Vicky. I took about 90 milligrams of tincture. 90 milligrams of tincture. That's what I did today. And I stayed put. I didn't travel. I didn't do anything in my bus. I just had some tincture and took the day off. Anyway, I was saying something. Oh, it stresses me out. Schooly builds stress me out too much. I am always so worried about electrical and things like that. I am not. I got mine done. I didn't do a great job with mine. There are lots of people in Schooly Nation. If you post questions, they will happily help you with your build and give you options and respond and all of that. But I'm not the person to do that. I worry too much about electrical. I worry too much about solar. I worry too much about. I made huge mistakes with mine that I don't recommend that other people make. I mean, I would not be a good schooling mentor. I am like the antithesis of a schooling mentor. I have barely survived this life. Now I could mentor you not with your build, but with life on the road. I could certainly mentor you for that, but I can't mentor for your build. No. I can't mentor for your build. Yes, I have. I have gotten several restraining orders on people. Um, my ex-husband, I had to get several restraining orders, and um, yeah. I mean, if you pop in into one of my lives and ask me a question about life on the road, I can help you. But I'm not the person to mentor a schoolie build, because I just, yeah. I'm happy that mine worked out. Ex restraining order buddies. Yes, my ex had to get slapped with several restraining orders. Your daughter has to get one. Her neighbor beat her up. Well, if her neighbor owns the house, then her neighbor can be sued. Her neighbor can be sued if her neighbor owns the house. The house has homeowner's insurance. The neighbor, the homeowner, is responsible for requiring renter's insurance. And if they don't require renter's insurance, then the homeowner's insurance must pay. Please document well. You should follow Slab Studio on TikTok. I haven't seen her in a while. Your ex-wife and her mom. Okay, so it's the building. If your building doesn't require rental insurance, then you can sue your building. Yep. I believe you can. I believe. I'm not a lawyer. I am not giving legal advice. I would consult a lawyer. That's what I should say. I would consult an injury attorney who knows how to deal with insurance companies. I absolutely would. Yep. My daughter did that. She's the other person that I had to get restraining orders out. My ex-husband's daughter. I had to get a restraining order against my ex-husband's daughter. Okay, any other questions? Ex's restraining order, yep. I used to follow Slab Studio, but since I had to make a new account, I can't remember all the ones I followed. Yeah, so you should, yeah, follow her back, search her and follow her. She built a really good case against her attacker. She and her autistic daughter got the shit beat out of them by her neighbor, while his wife stood there and laughed. Her neighbor owns a business. Her neighbor owns a house. Tisk tisk. Her neighbor was found guilty. Her neighbor was incarcerated for 6 months. I don't want to talk about where I am right now, but I'm not making a whole lot of progress. I'll just say that. Yes, yes, yes. So she started talking about it a lot, and the way she was doing it, I was kind of like, that seems a little weird. That really seems a little weird. But as she carried on, it became clear that she was just afraid. She needed to document her injuries, and there's nothing wrong with documenting them publicly. But she was probably very afraid and in shock. Not near long enough for what he did, but she's going to own a few things. Oh, that's okay, Vicky. It's okay. It's just that, I don't want, I'm talking about the place where I'm parked. Oh, you don't know where I'm parked. Where I am parked is, it's really isolated. It's an abandoned building. It's, an old truck stop. And it's really isolated. So I don't want to give my information out about where I am. What was the worst job I ever had? Delivering pizzas for Pizza Hut. found delivering pizzas for Pizza Hut. I had to deliver pizzas when I first moved to Texas. I was a restaurant manager in Florida, and I moved to Texas. And one of the first jobs that I got when I moved to Texas was a pizza delivery at Pizza Hut. And when I went to work, they gave me a shirt that stunk so bad of body odor. And it was really too big, and it stunk. It stunk to high heavens. And I had to deliver pizzas to these really wealthy places where I knew they could smell me. And I was getting lost. You didn't have GPS back then, and I thought I knew the town well, but I guess I didn't, and I got lost constantly, and I was really late getting pizzas delivered, and it was, oh my God, I only did it for a few days. It was so fucking miserable. I think I did it twice. I think I went back for a second day and said, no, this is not the job for me. I need to sit back and manage people. I'm not one of the people that I can manage. I can't do the job that I have to manage the people for. I delivered an assistant managed in Mississippi and hated it almost as bad as a CSM for Walmart. Yeah, never. It was horrible. It was horrible. That was my worst job. And the other times that I was a waitress, I'm not a good waitress. I was a waitress for one of my first jobs, not my first jobs, but one of my first jobs when I moved to the Berkshires was working for Bob's Country Kitchen in Lanesboro, Massachusetts. And I liked that job because I made a lot of tips, and I was okay with, just taking counter orders. I was 16 years old. I could take counter orders. I could deliver food out, take orders on the phone. I could deliver hot dogs. They make these really good hot dogs. I could deliver hot dogs out to the cars. I could do that stuff without a problem. I couldn't close the store or clean the store. My very favorite job is writing code. I love to write code. I really do. I also love doing daycare, but daycare parents make daycares really hard. They make daycares really, really hard. Parents are, yeah. If you're a caring person, like I am, I got really attached to the daycare kids that I took care of. And I'm really a caring person. And daycare parents would trigger me, but anyway, because they are so neglectful. And it's really hard to, it's little things that really aren't like something you'd report to DCF. And then you report somebody to DCF and it turns out to be innocent, and you feel so horrible for what you put the family through. So the next time you encounter something that you question about DCF, you don't report it, and it turns out that that kid is the one that was being sexually abused at home. Yours was a vacation resort, company's business management. Oh, I forgot to say, no, the very worst job I ever had was managing a clock restaurant in Margate, Florida. Being a district manager for clock restaurants in Florida. That is by far the worst job I ever had. Why are you guys wagging your tails in unison? Go outside. You want to play with the ball? I'm going to go throw the ball outside for the boys. I'll just throw it one time and leave them out there to play. Where is your ball? Oh my God! You want to go out with them? Okay, you can go out with them. Gonzo, don't go too far. It's too hot for that noise outside. I finally found a ball that they can't destroy. Whew. Yes, I had to let the crumb snatchers out. So the worst job I ever had by far was the working at the Clock Restaurant in Margate, Florida, and then becoming a district manager for the Clock Restaurant in Margate, Florida. That was the worst job I ever had. That job almost broke me. It is really difficult. I'm watching Freckles. Just a second. Freckles! Freckles! Okay. There we go. Any other questions? Did I miss a question? We're having a great day. Is it the cocktail hour yet? I wish I had cocktails to drink. Oh, vacation resort where you had to field train the sales floors. Oh, that sounds horrible. I wish it was cocktail hour. I really do. Freckles! Oh, he brought the ball into me to throw for him. Anyway, any other questions? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's getting hot in this bus. Hot as hell. My favorite adult beverage. Margarita. Frozen margarita with salt. Oh, wow. So that's not your best job. Oh, your favorite job. My favorite job, yeah. My favorite job was programming. I just didn't like the people I wrote the code for. The companies I wrote the code for they're not very good companies. I mean, they're top companies, but they're not good companies. Have one for me. That sounds great. It is hot. It's hotter in the bus because there's no clouds blocking the sun. And I am parked with my western nose, my side of my bus facing. The sun hits the side of my bus. I should have parked it different. I'm so foolish. Let me go check on Freckles. I'm so sorry. Oh, she's right there. Good. She is right there. She sticks with Gonzo pretty good outside. An NDA is for life, yes. An NDA is for life. Yes. I believe so. I believe it is for life. I don't remember exactly. I just know that what I had to say that was covered in the NDA is not worth that risk. So, there we go. Any other questions? It is hot outside. I wish I had a cocktail. I did. Oh, that would be good. I could do that. I like a really, I like a high quality tequila. I like high quality tequila. My favorite pastime. I guess my computer, obviously, since I'm on here all the time. I think I would be lying if I said anything different. Evidently, that's my favorite pastime. Hanging out with you guys. You're making nanner sandwiches. Cool. Cigarettes. I need to pick up cigarettes. Pick up cigarette butts before I leave here. Anyway, they were all out there being good, and I went out freaking out. That's my favorite pastime, evidently, hanging out with you guys. Talking shit about Donald Trump, that's my favorite pastime. Reading the names is my favorite pastime. She works so many hours, she doesn't understand what we do in here. What does your wife do? I gotta turn that fan right on me. I'm gonna go sit outside when the sun gets down far enough so that I can put a chair in the shade. I'm going outside to sit with my tripod. Oh, wow. That sounds like a good job. I hope it's a good job. I hope she likes it. I was so happy to be finished with college when I finished college. Holy cow. It was really hard. For me, it was really hard. Do they work really good? Hi, Ibizzle. Nice to see you. Is it evening already? Did I blow the day? Did I waste the day? Oh, well. Any other questions? Ask me anything. This is question and answer period. Ask Butterhag anything. She's been there 13 hours a day, and she's worked there for 28 years. Holy cow. That is impressive. She must like it. She must like it a lot. I bet she complains about it a lot, too. I'm just letting the dogs rest. Yesterday it was so hot, it was so hard on them. Poor Freckles, by the time we stopped driving, was so completely wiped out from the heat. Oh, she hates overtime. Oh, I have one. I have one that will run off of my portable battery charger. Hold on. Actually, this fan right here works okay. When the dogs come back in, I'll adjust it so it blows directly on them. And then I'll put my mini fan on me. And then you guys won't be able to hear me at all over the roar of the fans. Okay. Ask anything. Like the fruitcake lady. I don't know. I just thought it would be fun. I guess I should ask you guys anything. It's 428, 438. The money is nice from the overtime, I'm sure. But overtime is, she's been working at it for 28 years. Holy cow. I can't imagine. The longest I stayed with one company was 8 years, and the average I stayed with one company was 3. Have I been on the fight in the road yet? Like where it came fisticuffs? No, I have not fought somebody physically. I threaten to beat people's ass all the time. That's like my favorite thing to do is say, I'm going to beat that bitch's ass. I promise you. When I meet that bitch, I'm going to beat her ass. I say shit like that all the time, but I don't mean it. Because I'm not violent. But, I forgot what the question was. But I have gotten into altercations and screaming matches with a few people on the road. I did show while I was unmedicated, I really let quite a few people have it. Oh my God. I let quite a few people have it. Okay, bye, Vinyl Vault. It was nice visiting. Like, yeah. Laundromat guy. Old Republicans in RVs that are nosy busybodies and so freaking anal about everything they do and everything they demand everybody around them do. I got into a couple of screaming matches with them. There was one guy, when I wasn't effectively medicated, holy cow, I got in a screaming match with almost everybody I encountered. It was really bad. Or after a short time, anybody I encountered wanted me to get the fuck away from them. And there was one guy at a water stop near Yuma, Arizona on Highway 10. There's like a place where you can go and get your water jugs filled for free at a rest stop. And in the winter, that place is packed with people filling up who have gone to the desert for the winter. So I had my bus parked there, and I filled the bus up with water and put the hose away, and I was hot and I was tired, and I mean, it's a pain in the ass lugging the hose out and then putting it away and all of that shit anyway. And I'd just gotten hell from an RVer who recognized me, who had, hello Teresa, and made a nasty face at me. So I had just caught hell from one of them, and I was walking past the front of my bus right when this big Class A RV pulled into my it pulled into sorry, I lost my train of thought. Right in front of me. As I was walking in front of my bus, a big Class A RV pulled up to get water and parked dead in front of me, blocked me from getting out. And so as I walked past his RV, I said, I'm going to need you to back up so I can get out. And it was a Canadian. And he said, I'm going to need a please. And I said, okay, have it your way. Leave your shit there. Yours costs a hell of a lot more than I do. Mine does. And I walked around and got in my bus and started my bus and waited for the air to air up, put my seatbelt on, and by the time I did those three things, he was backed up. Fine, have it your way. Mine is worth a whole lot less than yours is. And I just got in my bus and there was a lady at a casino. At the casinos in the desert, you can go park there. And they give you out free, they give you free coins, free credits to play. So I went and parked at a casino, and my friends were with me. And so we both got out of our buses, and I'd let my dogs out, and one of them went to the bathroom. Maybe 15 feet away from me. And out of the corner of my eye, as soon as he takes a shit, this woman jumps out of another Class A RV with her little doggy bag and comes running over to my dog's shit while I'm still standing there to pick it up. And that made me mad. How dare she assume I'm not going to pick up my dog shit because I'm in a bus? And I laid into her ass, told her to get the fuck away from my dog shit, that I will pick my own dog shit up when I'm good and damn ready to pick my dog shit up, and I do not need you to pick up my dog shit. And she turned around and went back to her Class A. And I bet she never pulled that shit on anybody else again. Wait until you're sure I'm not going to do the responsible thing. Right? Get the fuck away from my dog shit. That's what I told her. Get the fuck away from my dog shit. Then there was the lady that I met as the Trumper. I met her, in Oregon, as you're traveling along the Oregon coast, all of the Oregon turnouts are good for 3 days. And Oregon has the best beaches for camping out on them of any state I've visited. I have not visited another state that is better at managing their beaches while still allowing public access. I haven't met another state better at it than Oregon. And that's why there are people that fly into Seattle, Washington, or Portland, Maine, and they rent a car and they drive it down the coast and turn it in at the San Francisco airport. and they sleep in their car or they camp on the beach. You pull up at a turnout and you can go camp down in the dunes. Every turnout's worth 3 days. And so a lady that had just moved into her RV, she had just moved into her RV, and she was boondocking beside me. And so we struck up a conversation. And she came out and sat by me, and she liked the dogs, and she was telling me all about her life and in the business that she did. And she was a hairdresser, owned her own business, and now she's retired. She hated Obama. She liked Obama. She voted for anyway. She's telling me all these things. And then I tell her more about my life and what I'm doing and my bus and all of that. And she slowly begins to get nasty. And at one point she said, "I will pay you if you can fix my computer for me. I have a backup hard drive. My other one crashed and I have a backup hard drive, and I need to just copy the things from this hard drive, this portable drive, onto my computer, and I will pay you." And I said, "Oh, no, 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 you don't need to pay me." I said, "I'm happy to do it. I'm sure it's not going to be that difficult. I'm happy to do it." And so it seriously, it took me less than 10 minutes. If I say 10 minutes, that's a long time. And she wanted to give me $20. And I said, "No, no, 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 no. I don't need, you pay it forward. Do a favor for somebody else in my name. Do something good. Pay it forward." I didn't say do a favor for somebody else. All I said was pay it forward. Pay it forward. And I thought everybody knew what pay it forward meant. And then she told me that her toilet was clogged up and she was having trouble getting her toilet unclogged. And anyway, she ended up, long story short, she freaked out and left. She was storming around, "Pay it forward, pay it forward. Oh, I know what pay it forward means. I know what pay it forward means. Oh yeah, I'll pay it forward." And she goes into her RV and she starts pounding on her sewer, like hitting something in her RV really hard. And then she drove off. She got angry at me because I wouldn't accept payment for fixing her computer. She got mad enough at me because I wouldn't accept payment for fixing her computer that she drove off. Freckles! Oh, there you are. Never mind. You want to come in? Princess, you want to come in, or you having fun hanging out with the boys? Imagine you must be good. Oh, that's much better. I didn't have the fan positioned right. I think I would have noticed that, right? Yeah, she was really angry at me. She was really angry at me because I wouldn't let her pay me for fixing my computer. I also think she was really angry at me because she invested a large chunk of her retirement into an RV that was a piece of shit. And she saw me living in a school bus and being so much happier than being in an RV. And I think that's what really triggered her, is that seeing me in my school bus with my solar, not needing a generator, having plenty of electricity on the beach. I think it and she was a trumper. She was a trumper. And so they're fighting over the ball. And yeah, so there was that time. Then there was, I mean, there's like lots of times where I had fights with people on the road. Yes, I was in Texas when Ann Richards was a politician, and I voted for her. They are self-loathing, yes, they are, and they, you know, she probably could have benefited from some mental health help too. I'm sure, as most Trumpers could benefit from some mental health help and some medication. They really could, but we don't effectively treat our mentally ill. Maybe I should go into the uh, maybe I should be a therapist. I don't know. I don't think I would be a good therapist. Anyway, I don't know why I said that. A lot of Trumpers have mental health issues. And I'm going to say the majority of people I had an issue with on the road were Trumpers. Hello, Pamela Roberts. It's nice to see you. Welcome back. Yeah. Then there was the time I went to this Love's. Now, I used to go shower at a Love's. That's how I took my showers, as I would shower at truck stops. And I had my trip planned to go to this one Love's truck stop, eat dinner, take a shower, and the next morning I was going to head into the wilderness across the state, over the mountain ranges into Klamath Falls, which is quite a beautiful trip. And so I had planned that I was going to take a week, because I can't travel fast because it's so expensive. So I was going to take a week to make it through Oregon, staying over in roadside turnouts. That's how you... Did you really? Oh, good for you. I hope you kept it as a souvenir, pressed it in a book or your Bible or something. And so I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, so I went to this truck stop, and I was going to go, the next day I was going to leave and continue my journey across the state. I was going to camp out along all of the rivers that I encountered on my way. The rivers in Oregon are gorgeous, just simply stunning. So I pull into this Love's, and I like to get the end spot where there is grass. And there was a car parked in that parking spot that I wanted, and a motorcycle that wasn't really in the parking spot, So I parked next to it. And when the guy left that had the pickup, I foolishly pulled into his spot so I could let the dogs out. That guy came back, parked his car next to mine, and took off on his motorcycle. The next thing I know, the manager and 2 or 3 people are coming out to talk to me, and they're telling me that I have to leave because they got a report of somebody going around asking for money. I said, I wasn't asking for money. I've only been here 10 minutes. Well, we don't let people live in our parking lot. I'm like, I don't want to live in your parking lot. I want to get something to eat, take a shower, and leave in the morning. We don't let people leave. You got to go. You got to go. They forced me to leave because that son of a bitch went in and lied to them and told them that I was panhandling in the parking lot so he could get his spot back. Granted, it was a stupid thing for me to take his spot. But he's the one who left it. You know, in a truck stop, your spot is only your spot while you're in it. When you leave, it's gone. But no, no, no. I was so angry. You question my integrity, and holy shit, it sends me through the roof. Because I don't, you know, and oh, I was so angry. They said I was begging for money and trying to live in their parking lot. No, his name was not on a spot, but he sure got me out of the one he wanted. And so I left without getting my shower. And I got so angry at him. I went into the forest and yeah. Well, they're not. Some of them are, but this one isn't. You don't get your own private parking spot. And like the manager said, we don't like people living here. Well, what the fuck is that guy doing here? He's living in the parking lot. Yes, petty and immature. I was only going to stay one day. If he wants to live there, fine. I'm leaving in the morning. But anyway, I got kicked out of the Loves. I got hit by a semi twice in one fucking night. Twice in one night. 2 different semis. My bus. My fault. Completely my fault. I wasn't parked appropriately. Then I got hit by a semi a 3rd time, and it was not my fault. I was sound asleep, and I was parked perfectly. Oh yeah, they're in the house now. Actually, Gonzo, Winston! Oh, they're just over sitting in the shade. Oh man, I'm sorry I made you come in. Yeah, they were just out there sitting in the shade. You're such a good boy. You can go outside if you want to. Why don't you go get you a drink? You want to get you a drink? Get you a drink. Oh, get hurt when that happened. My dogs. Yeah, my dogs didn't get hurt. No. Sitting there minding their own business, and now they're in the bus. But it's probably hot out there. Go outside if you want. You can go outside if you want. Go on. Go outside. If you want to, go outside. Gonzo's got the ball. Gonzo's got the ball. You better go see. So now they're out there playing again. Yes, this is live, Milky Way. Okay, any questions? Those are the fights. I told you, you asked, did I get into fights? There were more. Oh my God, there was one time. You're not going to believe this shit. Holy hell. I was really depressed and frustrated and about at my wits' end with my Facebook group and bus life and not having medication, not being effectively medicated. And I stopped at a truck stop and went in and got breakfast. And I came back out and I started eating my breakfast, and I don't know what made me think to check. Oh, I decided I wanted something else. So I went back in, and on the way back in, I reached in my pocket and my debit card was gone. So I went in, and it hadn't been very long. It had only been about 10 minutes. And so I went in to the truck stop and went over to the food place and said, I lost my debit card in here. Did somebody turn in my debit card? And the kid that was working the register said, well, hold on a minute. And he said, well, we found a driver's license. And I told him the name on the driver's license. And he said, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. And he gave me my driver's license. And I said, did they not turn in a debit card too? I said, who turned this driver's license in? And he said, just a minute. And he walked away from the counter and out to the lobby to a table where there were these two men sitting. Two white men in painter's clothes, you know, the painter clothes. And he walked up to the table and he said, he asked them, did you see a debit card? And they told him no. A red debit card. They told him no. So he came back and he said, no, just the license, no debit card. So I walked away and I went over and talked to the truck stop manager, and he had no control over it because the food place is completely different. I wanted to see surveillance video. So I walked back over to the food place, and the men were still sitting there. And I said to the clerk, he was a young clerk, maybe 18 years old, young. I said, do you guys have surveillance footage? And he said, yeah, we have cameras. I said, good. Can you get the manager to pull the footage up for me, please? Because I want to see who picked my debit card up. And he said, oh, sure, I'll go talk to the manager. I said, good. While you guys work on that, I'm going to go call the police. I have to go. I left my phone outside. I'm going to go get my phone and call the police. And I'll call the police here while you guys pull up the video, and you'll have it ready for the police when they get here. And one of those white men that was sitting in the booth stood up and said, here, lady, here's your card. Calm down. Say what? You want me to calm the fuck down? And that kid looked at him and looked at me and went, I just asked him if he had it. I just asked him if he had it, with his jaw dropped. I said, why the fuck would you do that to somebody? That's my life. Why would you turn in my driver's license and not my debit card? That's my whole fucking life. Calm down, lady. I gave it back. Calm down, lady. I mean, we get into a screaming match because I'm telling him what a low-life motherfucker he is for stealing that old lady's fucking debit card. All right? And lying about it. And meanwhile, that kid's still sitting there like, he lied. Like, oh my God, he lied. So I leave to go back to my bus, and that man follows me out and is still yelling at me as I walk across the fucking parking lot. Can you believe the gall of that son of a bitch? Holy shit. I couldn't believe it. It's on video. I so wanted to get the videotape of that. Holy shit, that would have been a great video. That would have made a super duper viral video. Super duper viral video. I couldn't believe it. I honestly, I think really fast on my feet when it comes to a situation like that. I've always been very lucky that way. I think really quick. He would have left with my card. He sure would have. He sure would have. If I didn't think fast, and immediately ask for surveillance and say I was calling the cops because I wanted to see who stole my debit card. I thought of that just, I mean, because they would have, if I had just walked out to call the police and not said anything, then they would have left, you know. But because I called them out on it and was calling the cops, I'm calling the cops while you pull the video up. I want to see who stole my debit card. We're going to find out who took my debit card. I am fearless. That takes courage. That is scary as hell to do, but my mother made it so I am able to break through shit like that. She didn't do a whole lot of things right with me, but I think the way that she taught me how to stand up for myself came in very, very handy. Yeah, I got that from my mom, not my dad. Not my dad. And yeah. Yeah, I got that from my mom, not my dad. Look at these boys. They are happy campers. Can you guys see them? There they are. Sitting over there in the shade, camouflaged by the weeds. Thank God they've got flea and tick repellent. Happy campers. This place has been closed down for so long, it's not filthy and disgusting like a lot of old truck places are. A lot of old truck stops are disgusting. The design of this one reminds me of the truck stop that my aunt used. That's bad memories. Yep, they are happy campers. They really are. They're tired from playing with that ball, and they're laying in the shade. And Freckles is here laying in the wind from the fan. So all animals present and accounted for and very happy. Things that used to scare me made me incredibly angry. So things that scared me were typically things that trigger me really bad. My fear, serious fear, came out in anger. And my PTSD of being bullied. Yes, they are loved and taken care of. They really are. I hope that I'm able to afford Freckles' health care. Anyway, any other questions? I'm fast on my feet and I'm fearless. Not completely fearless. There are some things that make me give pause. I think I'm pretty good at assessing a situation and determining when I need to retreat. I'm pretty good at that. There were the people at the lake in Henrietta, Texas, that I woke up at 6 a.m. by blowing my horn and hollering out my window about what disgusting, selfish, inconsiderate motherfuckers they are. Yeah, that was a trigger of my PTSD. How old do I feel in my head? Well, you have to be... I tried it with Banfield once, and I really can't stand them. I freaked out and dropped out. You typically have to have them on insurance from when they're puppies. I don't know. I mean, No, I don't like insurance unless I am mandated by law to get it. I feel like if you don't have the money to budget for your pet's illnesses, then you shouldn't have a pet. And you should budget. I don't know. I should get insurance. I should get insurance for him. You're right. I should get insurance for him. But then I might not be able to afford the good coffee anymore. You want me to give up the good coffee? How old do I feel? I don't feel 60 years old, that's for sure. That's all I know. I don't feel how I expected to feel when I'm 60 years old. It doesn't cover everything, and you know, I just, yeah. I don't feel at 60 years old. I look at pictures of my mother when she was 60 years old. I look at pictures of my mother when she was 50 years old. And I think, what happened? My dad aged really well. And I got that from my dad. He aged really well. My mother did not age well. Not at all. You want your fur babies to be as good as they can be because they came from a horrible breeder situation and didn't get to experience dogging till the lady got them. Oh wow, that's awful, Boondock. They were going to be euthanized. That's horrible. The only time I feel my age is when I have to do something like roller skate or stand on my feet. The only time I feel my age is when I've done that. Oh, good. I'm glad you rescued them. I'm happy you rescued them, Boondock. That's awesome. Yep. Anyway. She doesn't really have a lot of medical bills. I'll probably find a way to work it out. Anyway, any other questions about bus life or anything in general? Thank you for keeping me company. Well, you know, I imagine myself being able to convert this bus, and I couldn't convert this bus. There was a time when I could have converted this bus by myself without hiring somebody, but I wasn't capable of doing that when What? Are you thirsty? You want to drink? Are you out of water? Hang on a minute. The princess has spoken. No, there's water there. So what do you want? You want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? I should give you guys a bone. Gonzo, are you tearing it up? Shake it. Don't chew it. Shake it. I'm going to give you guys a bone. We have dog treats. I wish you guys could see Freckles, the way she acts with one of these chews. It's as big as she is, but she acts like, you know, she carries it around. It's huge. We're going to take these outside. You are not going to eat these on my bed. Oh yes, they are getting all muddy. Oh, you got to get a new washing machines. Would I consider getting married again? No, right now I am not even interested in dating. Like if somebody came up to me right now and started talking to me or started talking to me too much, I would, yeah, no thank you. Nope, no thank you. I'm not saying in the future, I have no idea what the future holds, but right now, the way I feel about men and myself and the probability of that shit working out and how bad it hurts when it doesn't work out, no thank you. I've been celibate for 10 years. I can be celibate for 10 more years. I like going to the laundromat to wash my clothes. Apartment complexes are expensive, but laundromats are not too bad. Cool, Boudreaux. or not cool. It's good that you figured out what makes you happy. What makes me happy is to stay the fuck away from men. That is, I am never happy. There's not a man that I guess has been able to make me happy. I don't know. So, and it hurts real bad when it doesn't work out. So I seriously am not even close to being interested. Not even a little bit. No, no fucking thank you. Nope, not gonna happen. Don't even want a date. Don't even want a booty call. No, thank you. Nope. Not a chance in hell. Not even a cunt hair's chance in hell. I can say it here. Oh yeah, I hate. Yeah, no, no, no. I always go to clean places. Not. No, I always go to clean places. Well, that's good for you. You know what you want, and I wish you all the luck. I have never been anything but single. Honestly. I have never been anything but single. Honestly. My whole life. So I don't consider the time I spent with my ex-husband being single. Now, so I can vacuum you. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's a difference between being alone and lonely, and I think that anybody who spends the majority of their life lonely eventually isn't alone anymore. You know, they're not lonely anymore, they're just alone. Right? When you end up spending the majority of your life lonely, eventually the lonely just turns into being alone and you're okay with it. In fact, you prefer it. You know, it's like I'm feral. I'm not kidding. I really am feral. Like a cat that's been out in the wild too long. I am feral. That's a fact. But yes, I wish you all the luck with your romances of the future. Don't let me rub off on you. Most people are able to find a good relationship and stick to it for at least a while. Not me. I'm not the one. Not me. Doesn't ever work. And I really am done trying. I know people say that all the time. No, I'm really fucking done trying. I thought I was really done trying last time. Last time I got hurt, but you know, that was 10 years ago, so anyway, not going to do it again. Well, I think most people, and for years and years and years and decades, I always liked the idea of finding someone. For a long time, I really wanted someone special. It's like the only thing I really, really, really longed for. Now I know there's just no one special. There's not. Not for me. Not society teaches that you have to find a mate and that if you don't find that mate, you're less than a person. You're only off one day every 2 weeks? Ibizzle, are you serious? Oh my goodness. Makes it really hard to find somebody, doesn't it? You should start making get on those Tinder apps. They're not all creeps. Although yeah, I didn't find anybody I wanted to be with. Having good friends, having social media outlet. This has been a way for me to stay in touch with a little bit with people without having to go out among people socially. I just learned that going out among people socially always goes wrong for me, so I stay away from it. And sometimes I get forced into it and it always goes badly, and even though I tried to tell him, no, I really need to stay away from it. You don't understand. I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to let people down. I need to stay away from social interaction. No, no, no. Come do social interaction. And every time I make an ass of myself, thank you very much for insisting that I do social interaction. I am not good at it. Nope. I am the antithesis of I mean, I can keep up a front for a little while and be funny and interesting and blah blah blah, but eventually I run out of all my shticks and it's just not funny anymore and I got nothing. Do something weird like lick my finger at the dinner table. Pick my teeth at the dinner table. I mean, I really was raised by wolves. I have no table etiquette. I'm a slob. Women don't get away with being slobs. See, men are the only ones that society allows to be slobs. Women are ridiculed for being a slob. Completely ridiculed. But a guy, it's like, whatever, He's a guy. What do you expect? I really don't, and being ADD is so hard. It's so much harder on females to be ADD. Right? You're going out of your comfort zone. You're going to a super fancy restaurant. But I like good food. So I will go to a super fancy restaurant and lick my fingers or pick my teeth. I will absolutely do that because I like good food. And I get dirty looks and embarrassed looks and all of that stuff, and I simply just can't help it. It was never an important thing. Nobody gave a shit my entire life if I was clean or had manners, or the only thing we did was slap each other for elbows on the table. Yeah, I mean, I will go there for good food. I most certainly will. And I will not allow anyone there to make me feel less, I won't let anyone make me feel like I don't have the right to be there if it's good food. And I can easily afford it. Then I'll go. It doesn't matter. I don't get embarrassed or, I'm the kind of person that I could tell you a story in Florida. In Florida, I started craving a burrito. All I wanted was a burrito. Where I lived was real close to where the Baltimore Orioles had their summer camp. And there was a restaurant right next to the Orioles stadium that said that it had, and I passed it all the time, it said it has lunch specials and burritos and all this stuff. So one day, I went past it and I decided I'm going to stop and get a burrito. I want a burrito. And so I turned around and went back and pulled up, and there was a man in the parking lot directing people where to park. And I pulled up and he said, what do you need? And I said, I just want to run in and get a burrito to go. He said, okay, park right here. And so I pulled up and parked. And I shut my car off and got out and started walking towards the restaurant when an old white dude in a Lamborghini pulled up and got the owner's attention. It turned out it was the owner who was directing traffic at the parking spot. And I went there right when one of the off-season events were starting. So the parking lots were filling up, and I guess people reserve parking there. I didn't know that at the time. So the owner sees this man in the Lamborghini saying something to him and turns around to me and says, oh, I'm sorry. Can I get you to back out and park over here? Because he's going to park there. And I was like, I just want a fucking burrito. I've been trying to get a burrito in this city forever, and I haven't found a fucking burrito yet. So I turn around and start heading back to my car, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I was here first. I'm already out of my car and walking in. You can wait. So I walked away, and I told him, I said, you know what? As I walked past him, I said, fuck him. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go get my food. And he can park there when I'm done getting my food. So I went in and I ordered a burrito. And I'm standing there, and the owner came in, and he was like, "I'm sorry, ma'am." He said, "That man pays me for the entire season for the parking spot. A lot of money for the entire Orioles season for the parking spot." I said, "The rich motherfucker can wait till I get my burrito." And I said, they are so entitled. These rich assholes are so fucking entitled. And he said, "Yeah." Then he starts changing his tone, and he's like, "Yeah, and 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 they get all the best schools, and yeah, yeah." By the time I left, we were both like, "Yeah, fuck the rich, fuck the rich. Good for you. You got your burrito. Here, have a free Coca-Cola." And so I get my food and I get my soda, and I'm walking out. And as I walk out the door, the rich Lamborghini guy comes at me. He's a tall guy. He's about 6 foot, I don't know. He's about, I want to say 6'4". He's a really tall man. And he comes at me with his finger out, saying, "You could have moved like this to me," who just had a cheerleading session with the owner of the restaurant about fuck the rich, okay? And so I went off at him and said, I forget what, yeah, I got right in his fucking face. My green eyes went from 0 to batshit crazy that quick. And I said, "Why? Why? Why should I move for you? Huh? You want to tell me why I should fucking move for you?" And he backed up, and then the owner came around me and deflected him, said, Sir, let me go." Like the owner ran interference. Because I was backing his ass up. I was backing his ass up. I want to tell you, I did. I backed his ass up. Oh, you don't want to get in my fucking face. Oh, hell no. Yeah, I don't do that anymore as bad. And typically when I do it, I find out I'm wrong. So since I'm medicated, I'm totally off my game. I'm never right whenever I twist off, and I feel bad. So it's not as much fun anymore. Hydration. Yay, water. So there's that. Next question. I don't even remember what that question was. Why did I start talking to you guys about that? I don't ever let you guys talk. I just start telling stories again. You're a CNA. Off every evening. I'm good at lying around after work. I bet. Yeah. I did get the burrito. And typically the burrito that he gave me wasn't really a great burrito, but somehow, getting the owner to say, yeah, they get the best schools, screw them, they can that made the burrito taste that much better. But I never went back for another burrito. Because their prices, they cater to rich people. I mean, they're right there where the Orioles have their summer camp. They make their money during the camp days. They rarely have any business the rest of the time. I noticed that, so. But still, his attitude, shaking his finger at me. Screw you and your Lamborghini too, you entitled son of a bitch. You could have. Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. So what? What you gonna do about it? Yes, my book will have, things like this you know, my book will have a lot of things like this in it. Because this behavior isn't new for me. Sadly, it's been that way for a long time. Anyway, I have been live now for an hour and a half. I think I'm going to get off of here. Thank you for joining me. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. I really do hope you guys did. My solar kit system cost $8,000. $8,000 all total. Oh gosh, no. But I'm on the book tour. I'm on the book tour. So we'll see. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I will, what time is it? Anybody know what time it is without me canceling the live? I will be, no, I think I'm going to go live again later tonight on, yeah, I'll go live about 7 o'clock tonight on TikTok. I mean on Clapper for adult chat. If I'm still awake. Probably, okay, 7 o'clock on Clapper. I'm going to go live 7 o'clock on Clapper. And then I'm going to go to bed early and get a really good night's sleep so that I can get up in the morning and make a lot of progress in my driving. All right, see you later. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Have a good day.